Hi Lippies and Coilies, it's Rena, and I want to do a top 10 tips for makeup beginners. When I first started out, I had no idea what I was doing. I was all over the place looking for tips and what I should and shouldn't do. So I wanted to kind of put together a little compact video before we get started on our long beauty journey about some tips for what you should get, what you need, and hopefully the video that we posted last week about saving money on beauty products helps in you buying new beauty products. So let's get into it. Number one is you want to make sure that you have a clean face. You want to make sure that you start off with a freshly cleaned face every time you apply makeup. And you want to make sure that you moisturize your skin. And I know that at first I was like, I'm not going to moisturize my skin. I'm not going to add lotion to something that's already greasy. But what your skin does is if you don't add moisture to your skin and after you wash your face, a lot of the soap, usually if it has sulfate in it, it strips your skin. And it leaves your skin really dry. So what your skin does is it overcompensates by adding more oil and making your skin really oily. So make sure that you wash your face and moisturize your skin. I also recommend doing facial masks, whether it's DIY at home or whether it's one that you purchase. My favorite one is the Pure Dirty Girl mask. That one is amazing. And at home, if you want to do a DIY one, I would recommend avocado and banana. Mix it up and pop it on your face. Your skin's super soft. And you also want to make sure that you exfoliate your skin every now and then to remove the dead skin cells. I get dead skin cells right here and right here. So I really exfoliate those areas to make sure that when I apply my makeup, it's smooth instead of sometimes I can get like little ripples right there because of dead skin. And you want to make sure that you wash your face, moisturize, then apply. And that leads us to our second tip, which is primer. Oh, I didn't bring my primers, but priming your face is very important because if you have large pores, it'll shrink them. And what it does is it kind of blurs fine lines and it brings everything together. And without primer, my makeup looks so whack, it's ridiculous. It'll keep my skin from getting oily, it'll shrink my pores, and it'll blur fine lines. And a lot of times, I used to be like, oh, makeup's not for me because I get these holes everywhere. It looks horrible. Why do I get these gaps in my makeup? It looks bad. Well, I didn't use primer. So if that was a problem that you came across, make sure you put on a primer before you do your foundation. And a primer that I would like to recommend for a drugstore is the Maybelline Baby Soft. And that's if you have regular skin. And a lot of people just wear primer by itself just to give their skin this flawless look. And if you're not for a full face of makeup, by all means, just throw on a primer and walk out the door. But yeah, the Maybelline Baby Soft or Baby Skin, I don't know, I'll tell you for sure in the description box. Their primer is good. And also, if you have oily skin, then I would recommend the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer for drugstore. And if you want to go high end, I would recommend the Smashbox Primer, Photo Finish Primer. And if you have oily skin, I would recommend the Cover FX Mattifying Primer. Next tip, number 3, is on foundation. And you want to make sure that you get a really good foundation that matches your skin. If you go back to the Saving Money video, I'll link it somewhere here. If you go back to that video, you'll see that I recommend getting samples, especially if you're going high end. If you're going to buy an expensive foundation, I highly recommend that you get samples. And actually, I'm going to go show you what the samples come in because I didn't show you last time. I'm back. So this is a foundation sample. And I wrote on there NARS. That's NARS Sheer Glow. And it's just filled with foundation. Well, I've kind of used this one up. But they load that with foundation. And that's enough for you to try for a couple of days. There are a couple different types of foundations. One is a matte foundation. Then they have these normal, I guess they're just normal foundations. And then they have dewy foundations. Like the L'Oreal True Match is a dewy foundation. I recommend that for dry skin. If you have dry skin and you want your face to have that glow, then I recommend a luminous finish foundation. L'Oreal True Match Lumi is the name of that one. Another one is for normal skin. If you're just fine, I would recommend L'Oreal True Match. That one is like raved about all over everywhere by so many YouTubers, so many makeup artists. Everybody loves that one, and it is truly a great foundation. And if you have oily skin, a foundation that I would recommend is the Revlon Color Stay foundation, because and for oily to combination skin, it's Revlon Color Stay for oily to combination skin. And the thing with foundations is you can't get matched at drugstores because they don't have testers usually, but like go to like Ulta and they have drugstore foundations, they can match you really well. And another thing with foundations is you want to make sure you have a really good foundation brush. I used to use these my hands and it was so blotchy. Ugh, it was a hot mess. If I'm feeling daring enough, I'm gonna show you a picture, but if I'm not, I won't. But this is a Morphe Brushes foundation brush. It's flat top, and what you're looking for is that density. See how thick it is? It's really a thick brush, and with that you just blend it out. And actually that leads to my next tip, number 4. You want to make sure that you really blend out your foundation, and when you blend it out, you want to make sure that your entire face is blended in, and even blend your neck, because if you don't blend your neck, you put your foundation, tap tap tap, blend it down. And even blend your ears. I blend my ears because I have really bright red ears, and if I don't, then I have this brown face and these bright red ears. So I blend my ears, blend your forehead. Oh, y'all didn't know I had that much forehead, did you? But you gotta blend it, blend it, blend it. Cover that back up. Blend all over your neck, and make sure that you have an even coverage. And with blending, you want to make sure you blend your eyeshadow. You want to make sure you blend out your under eye concealer, blend out your highlight, blend everything, honey. So the next tip is tip number 5, and for that tip, it's concealer. Yeah, concealer is my best friend. I'm sorry, J Nice. I'm sorry. Concealer is my true best friend. And I put concealer under my eyes. I do here, here. I put concealer down my nose because it brightens and it makes my nose slimmer. I put concealer under my lip because I got a little mark there from when I was pregnant with my son, and around my nose. Now, some people, if you're going for a more natural look, they like to conceal before their foundation. But if you want to highlight your skin, then I recommend concealing after. Now, this baby right here, the LA Girl Pro Concealer, is a dupe for the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This baby's like $2, and I am in the shade Warm Honey. With concealer, you do not want to go hecka light and conceal your face. Like if I'm medium deep, I will not conceal my face with light. I will conceal my face with medium. If you're deep, conceal your face with medium. If you're medium, conceal your face with light. But don't go from deep to light. You'll look crazy. I mean, if it's your thing, it's your thing. But hey, this is Rena's tips. But this is $2. So what I would recommend is put your makeup on, and what I do is I have makeup playtime. You do not have to wait until you have somewhere to go to put on makeup. Sometimes I'm laying around the house, the kids are napping, the kids are outside playing. It's makeup playtime. I'm gonna practice, and practice makes perfect. Try the concealer under your foundation, wear it, see how you like it. If you don't like it, try it on top of your foundation and see how you like it. It's a $2 concealer. I mean, you can blow that. My next tip is number 6. Tip number 6. Tip number 6. Hey, tip number 6. Get it? Tip number 6. I'm getting it too much. I'm feeling it. But my tip number 6 is color. Putting color back into your face. Because what foundation does is it's like a clean slate. You don't see my freckles. You don't see, you know, anything. You don't see my blush. My natural blushing cheeks. Because I just painted over it. I just took it all out. And these are two of my favorite blushes and bronzers, because that's how you put the color back into your face. This is Pinched by NYX, NYX, and this is a drugstore blush. It's $4.99, and this is my favorite bronzer, the NYC Smooth Skin and Sunny. This is my favorite drugstore bronzer. This was like $2. So these two together are amazing. You want to make sure you put the color back into your face, because you will look like a flat colored hot mess. Let me tell you guys a secret. Let me put this down. I used to put on foundation by itself and lipstick and eyeshadow and think I was just hella popping. You couldn't tell me I was on. I went back to my high school football game. I went up there and I just knew I was on. Didn't nobody tell me the truth. Nobody told me. I thought that makeup was foundation and pressed powder and eyeshadow and pink lips. Yeah. My next tip is number 7. Tip number 7, and that is finishing sprays and setting powder. What setting powder does is it fills in the fine lines with the powder, so that way a lot of your stuff doesn't crease. Like, have you ever worn concealer under your eyes and then found that you had like little lines or lines around your lip? Well, what you'll do, and I hit heck a pan, but I refuse to give up. So you want to just get it around, get a powder brush, and just set. And what that'll do is not only will it keep it from creasing, and I learned this from Michelle Font, under the eyes is what I do. And you do that so it gets really in there. Just roll it like that. And what this does is it keeps it from creasing, keeps it from getting oily. So if you're going to wear makeup throughout the day, sorry about that. If you're going to wear makeup throughout the day, I would highly recommend keeping your setting powder and a brush with you, or even if you just have one of those little blotters that they usually come with. Make sure you keep one of those with you. I'm so embarrassed I keep showing. I'll get a new one. I'm going to get a new one. Yeah. Alright, my next tip. Well, it's the same tip. Setting sprays. This is the Urban Decay De-Slick Setting Spray. And what this does is you just kind of put it back. That's how you use it. And you set your makeup. This stuff makes your makeup last so long. And if you have a powdery look on your face after putting on your powder, top it off with a setting spray. It makes your makeup last longer. It makes you look nice and fresh. And here's a low-end one. A drugstore version is the e.l.f. setting spray. Makeup Mist and Set. And a lot of people mist this on their face before they put their makeup on, and then after they put their makeup on. The next one, my next tip number 8, and that is lipstick. I feel like in order to start your lipstick collection, you should always have a pink, a nude, and a red. Now my nude just so happens to be pinkish, go figure, but you want to make sure that you get a nude for your color. You don't want to be really brown and chocolate with this white nude lipstick. It looks crazy. Just because it's nude, I mean, it's nude for you. Find the nude, look at your own lip color, and see what lip color looks like your nude. Whereas this is NYX Natural. This will be a pink on some people, but for me, it's my nude. But those are my recommendations for drugstore lipsticks. I feel like those are essential. Like the basics. You don't have to have a crazy lipstick collection started out. Find you a natural, a nude that goes with your colors, and find a red that is befitting, and a pink. Just find a really cute pink that goes with you. Not like clown pink lips. Find a cute pink that you like. It could be a hot pink. It could be a blue tone pink. There's tons of pink. Look at the Revlon section. I highly, highly, highly recommend Revlon lipsticks and Wet n Wild lipsticks. Those are great quality drugstore lipsticks. And tip number 9 is take off your makeup. Easy as that. Before you go to bed, wipe your face off, wash your face. Your face will age and you will not, your face will break out. You will age faster. Don't leave your makeup on at night. And my favorite things to take makeup off with is coconut oil. And I'll show you a video on how easy it is to take your makeup off with coconut oil. But make sure after you remove your makeup that you wash and cleanse your face. And after you cleanse your face, moisturize. My last and final tip for you guys, tip number 10, is to clean your makeup brushes. These are your tools for your entire face, and you have to make sure that you keep each and every one of them clean. You know, you're supposed to wash your makeup brushes every single day, after every use. I don't do that, but I do wash them at least once a week. And I'll show you guys, or I'll just tell you, you just put a little baby wash in your hand, wet your brush, rub it in, and you'll see all the foundation and goop just pour out. It's just gross. And you'll look like, ugh, that was on my face? Yeah, it was on your face, honey. So you want to make sure you do that. And then my number 1 tip is rinse. You wouldn't believe how many times I've went to put on makeup the next time and my brush is just stiff. Leaned over stiff because I did not rinse my brushes well enough. So rinse, 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 rinse. Lightly and gently until your brushes are completely clean. I'll do another video on cleaning. I got that kind of requested, but just make sure, I couldn't do a makeup video without putting that in. Clean your makeup brushes, baby. Please. And that's it. That's my top 10 tips for makeup newbies. If you have any questions, let me know. If you want to know what kind of makeup I'm wearing, let me know. If you want to say hi, let me know. But that's all. I hope they helped. See you later, Lippies, and bye, Coilies. I love you guys.